And my dad passed away last year. I expected to miss him. What I didn't expect was to lose something I didn't even know he'd been giving me. That something may surprise you. It's not money, it's not advice, it's not help. Safety. The quiet kind. The kind that comes from knowing someone exists in the world. Someone who would come if you called. Someone who would find you when you were lost. And it wasn't until he was gone that I realized how much of my life had been built on that feeling. When I was 13 years old, I lost my brother. But before he died, there was something he used to do that I didn't understand at the time. I'd sit at the kitchen table long after dinner was over. My mother wouldn't let me leave until I cleaned my plate. Dinner was at 6, and sometimes I'd still be sitting there well into the early hours of the morning. Everyone else is still in bed. Eventually I'd fall asleep, head on the table. My legs would go numb, and sometime after 2 in the morning, my brother would come home and find me. He'd wake me up, carry me to bed. And as a little girl, I just thought that was just something big brothers did. It wasn't until decades later that I understood in everything he did for me, he was protecting me. He was protecting me from my mom. And last year when Dad died, I discovered something similar. I am fiercely independent. Dad made sure of that. I paid my own bills, solved my own problems, handled my own life. But there was always something sitting quietly in the background. My dad. If things went sideways, I had Dad. If I were scared, there was Dad. If I needed advice, I'd call Dad. I remember at least 2 times when he picked me up after a bad date. One time I didn't even know where he was. I just gave him some street names and he found me. He always found me. And somehow that protection became part of my nervous system, part of how I moved through the world. The first thing I realized after he passed wasn't that I missed him. It was that I no longer had a safety net. Not because no one loved me. People do. I have people to call. But no one else could be my dad. And suddenly I understood something I'd never noticed while he was alive. His presence had been carrying a silent weight, a lot of weight. And when he left, I felt every ounce of it. Now I won't pretend I handled it gracefully. I didn't. I was a mess. My grief became depression. I cleared my calendar. I withdrew. I was a mess. But for the first time in my life, after a major loss, I didn't numb. I stayed. I felt it. The sadness, the fear, the loneliness, the anger, all of it. And somewhere inside that process, I found something unexpected. Strength. Not my dad's strength, my strength. Not the kind that says everything is going to be okay, but the kind that survives when it isn't. A few years ago, I lost my mom, and that grief taught me something different. 5 years after losing her, I began seeing her through a new lens, not through the eyes of a wounded child, but through the eyes of a woman who had done her own healing. I stopped seeing the pain she caused, and I started seeing the pain she carried. I saw a Gold Star mother who lost her son at 44, a woman carrying burdens I never fully understood, but I found compassion where there once had only been questions. I realized the void inside me existed because I never got what I needed from her. And healing did not rewrite that story, but compassion expanded it. The first year without Dad taught me something I'll carry forever. Sometimes the people who make us feel the safest do their work so quietly that we don't realize how protected we've been until they're gone. But it also taught me something else. The strength I thought I lost when he died was never his to take, because it wasn't him. He spent a lifetime building it inside of me. The courage, the resilience, the determination to keep going. Those things didn't leave when he did. They're still here. Because he was my mirror. Because he instilled those things in me. And now when I need him, I talk to him and I wait. And somehow, in ways I can't explain, the answers always come.